Okay, good evening to you all. Today is 18th December 2024, which marks the beginning of our week 11 of this 6-month virtual internship. Uh, like always, we start by showing our outlines. That is what we are to cover for the entire week. So, we'll have a recap on week 10. That is what we did on last week. That is last week, week 10. And also today we are going to discuss about interactive dashboard. That's what we are going to learn today. Then we'll have question and answer, conclusion, and then we call it a day. So last week, if you can recall, we started the visualization and also we create dashboard based on what we have visualized. So a dashboard is a way of showcasing all your graphs in one place so that by mere looking at it, it will tell people that this is all the charts will be present there. By mere looking at the dashboard, whatever one is looking for, they will surely get it there on the dashboard because it was showcased by you there. So normally dashboard, uh, oh, I can say that as it is nowadays in this 21st century, or we are in 2024. You know, all such static dashboard are no longer, used. So people are no longer using static dashboard that doesn't change, dashboard that are, you know, uh, the way it is. So it cannot change. It remains there the way it is. No, people are no longer using such types of dashboard. So that's why we are going to discuss about the updated dashboard that people are using, which is interactive dashboard. That's our topic of today. Interactive dashboard are dashboards that, you know, they are lively dashboards, more lively than normal one that we created last week, because these are the dashboard that one can interact with. These are the dashboard that can be updated. You can go through the dashboard, you do whatever you want, and all you need is for the data to comes in. So you can create that interactive dashboard even when you connect it maybe with live data, or when you have data, when you are updating data, maybe on monthly basis or on weekly basis and the rest. So if you give that type of dashboard to someone, he can go ahead, the person can go ahead and, interact with the dashboard. Click here and get this, click here and get this, click here and get this. That's what this interactive dashboard is all about. So that way, before people are using other, yes, of course, people are using other software for this interactive dashboard, like Tableau. People are using Power BI just to create this interactive dashboard. But of course, you can use Microsoft Excel also to create this interactive dashboard, which exactly what we are going to learn today, and we move forward. And after learning this, I think this will be the last topic I think we are going to discuss in Excel. That's where we are going to stop, because even though there are many things you need to learn, there are many things we need to learn that has to do with Visual Basics, things that has to do with macro, and things that has to do with other developer tools that you need to learn. But seriously, we're not going to do that. We are stopping here and we call it a day. So let's start with this interactive dashboard and, uh, work with it now. So I'm stopping the screen. I'm opening my Excel. Please hold on. I'm coming. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is our dashboard, and this is exactly where we stopped last week. If you can recall, we stopped at this. And I believe some of you that are not with us, and also, um, I believe you watched the video of what we have done. Okay, so now we are going to create interactive dashboard. Interactive dashboard, like I told you, is what we are going to, you know, we will create the dashboard, and the dashboard, we can interact also with the dashboard. If we click somewhere, this dashboard will change, the data will change, it will show something else for us. For example, now we want to see it maybe per each state. We want to see the data per particular variable. All we need is just to click there and we see what we want to see based on that. So that's what this interactive dashboard is all about. So we are going to create that. So let's go back to our data. Let's go back to our data. So this is our data. This is the data that we use to create that dashboard. So still we are using this data to create the same dashboard. This is the data we are going to use. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to do now, okay, I'm using the same data. I'm not changing anything. I will use the same data. I'm not changing anything. Because I want us to create similar everything, that is the graphs and everything, but it's going to be different from this one because this one are not interactive, while the one we're going to do is going to be interactive one. So the next thing, the first thing you're going to do whenever you want to use interactive dashboard, now you need to use what is called a pivot table. So that why today I'm introducing you to pivot table. It's part of our course outline that we will cover, but I'm not normally teaching it unless when we are learning this interactive dashboard. That's the only way I'm teaching this pivot table. So we are going to use pivot table today. So pivot table is just a way of that help you to summarize things. Most of the count formula, count if formula, sum formula, average, and whatever. And pivot table is a way to show you how to do that within a short period of time without necessarily writing the formula by yourself. And like I told you, as a beginner, don't start working with pivot table alone. You need to learn how to work with the formula. Is when you are very good in that, then you start working with pivot table. Because during interview or any written test, nobody will ask you things related to pivot table. You will be asked things related to the formula. So if you know pivot table, you don't know the formula, believe me, you don't know anything. Okay. So now what we are going to do is just if you want to apply the pivot table, just click inside the data. You can click here or you can click at the middle of the data. Then you go to insert. Under insert, you will see pivot table. Then you click on the pivot table. So hold on. You see, this is the pivot table. Just click on it. You see, automatically it's going to highlight all the data. So if I scroll down, you see it highlighted everything for us. That's how it's going to do for you. So after that, then we click on OK, and then it will bring us to this pivot table. So I believe you are all seeing this. So let's move. So the next thing we are going to do is that um, we need to start putting the variables, that is all the variables we have here. Let me say this. These are the variables that we have: month, state, total, male, females, and age. That's exactly what we have here at the top header of our data. And again, you are going to see this filter. You are going to see columns, rows, and values. So if I need something that is here, for example, all the variables that are under month, I want them to be as a row. I want to create rows of them. Then I'm going to drag this month and drop it here. It's going to create the row month for us. I'll talk about this month because it's only month that will comes with this. Inside month already we know that we have day, we have month, and we also have year inside every date. So that way automatically it will create these three variables for us. It creates the month, it creates the days, and it also creates the month. The reason why we didn't have year is because we all have 2024, 2024. If, for example, we have 2023, it's going to create year for us. And this month, as you can see, the reason why we have 2 months is because if we have, for example, March 2023 and March 2024, it's going to give us March 2024 and March 2023 differently if we use month. So we can have March 2023, March 2024. But if we use month alone, it will merge all the March together for us. So March 2023 and March 2024 and March 2025 will be the same. February 2024, February 2025, February 2026 will be the same. So that's the difference between this month, as you can see, month here and month here. So now we don't have different year, and that why we didn't see here. So if you like, you can remove this, just drag it outside, just remove it outside. You see, automatically once I remove it, it just turn it into this. So now we have match, match, match. That is distinct match, 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 match. That's what we have. So if I remove this month again, oh, let me bring it back. Let me remove this. You see, it removes everything. I just leave it for the days of month for the first. Let me remove this. It removes everything. So let me bring it back. So let's remove this. So I remove this month. I just remove it. It's because, like I told you, we are using only 1 year. If we are using different years, so it's going to show us the prime month like that. So if I remove the dates, you see, now we don't have this. Even though all what we have is post. So now I remove the date and we don't have date. As you can see, there is no date now. Okay, so what I want, I'm removing this back again. What I want is, I want to have, okay, let me see this. Why are we having this? Okay, it's just for the blank. So if we like, we can remove that, but don't worry, I just need it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm removing this. I'm removing this, and also I'm removing this. So I just want it to be like this. So this is what we need, and that's what we have. So this is what we will use to create that. So the next thing we are going to do after this, the next thing we are going to do is, what do we create in our data before? Oh, we use the trend of participants. So I want to add participants. Based on this, I want to add the value of participant based on this month. So what I'm going to do is I'm dragging this participant, I'm dropping it on that value because I need the value of participants. So that's why I want it like this. So you see, this value of participants is here, and I also have this here. So like what we have here under this 278, 230, you see exactly we have 278, 230, and the rest. So we created this particular graph. So what I'm going to do, I'm copying this data, copy this, just copy this. When you copy this, then you come at the end of the sheet. Just you hold control forward, it will bring you to the end of the sheet. Just drop it here. So once you drop it here, now what we are going to do is less than 3. I don't know why. It's because of this all these sheets that we have is because of that. So I think what I'm going to do, because we need to get rid of that. So, but we can create our charts from here. We can just highlight this. So let's highlight this and create our graph. That is the line chart that we created there. So I'll just create the line chart. You see, we have the line chart based on this. Okay. So now this is what we have. So I can remove this and click OK. So you see it removed that for us. So if we like, we can remove all this. You can just right click and remove the fields. So now, sorry, let me remove this. Just click here. I'm removing all this, so I'm just right click and just hide all bottoms. So I'm hiding the bottom, not remove fields, is just to hide the bottoms, because these are bottoms. Just hide all the bottoms, so I'm hiding them. And also I remove, you see, I remove that what do you call it, that greater than that we have. I remove it. So now this is what we have. So I'm right clicking it, I'm adding the value. So let me come back here and select the same title we put here. So I'm giving this the same title. So trend, sorry, so it has to be trend of participants, trend of participant by month. So understand what I just did, because what I did is that I created this chart based on this data that we have. Understand that I created this based on this data, and I will show you the reason why we did that. So I will have this. So if I like, I'll leave it here until I'm done with all the graphs. Then I will start putting them on the dashboard. So I will leave it here. So I'm done with this particular graph. So let's go and get the total of participants, distribution, and all this. Let's go and get that. So let me go back to our this. So now I will come back and control backwards. Then it will bring me back to this particular graph that we are using. So here we are. Okay. So now what I'm going to do again. Okay, let me bring back the field list. So now what I'm going to do now is for me to get the list of the states. So I'm unticking this because I'm done with it. So I'm unticking it. So I'm putting the list of state as a row. Then I'm getting the total participant of each state as a what? Another column as the values. So now I'm highlighting this again the way we did it there, but I can stop here or I can highlight it all. Don't worry. We can remove the blank when we create the visualization. So I'll hold my control, then I'll come here, I'll paste it. So after pasting it, we are creating a graph on that. So I'll highlight it, go to insert, and we are putting a graph the way we have a graph like that. So I will untick this and I will remove the blank. So I will untick blank, then I will click OK. I'll right click on it and I will hide all the bottoms. So the next thing is I'm removing this. I'm also removing this. I'm clicking here, I'm removing this, and I'm right clicking here and I'm putting the values like this. So here I'm removing it. So I will copy the list. That is the name of the same graph. I'll come here. So it's total participants. I'll copy it, come back here and name it to total participants. So this is it. We created the graph again. And don't forget, like I told you, we are creating it based on this particular what pivot table that we are using. So I'm coming back here again. What we have next is distribution by gender. So participant by gender, that's what we are going to use. So based on this gender that we have is what we are going to have for males and for females. And it's going to be by gender and per state. So what we are going to do now, we are removing total participants. So I can come here and remove it under value. Just remove it. When you remove it now, you drag your males and you drag your females as the values. Then we highlight it again. We copy it all. Then we go back there. Then I'll come out of it like this. I'll paste it. So after pasting it, just highlight it. Then you go to insert. Then we are using the same uh grab we used back there. So I'll come here and take the name, that is distribution by gender. So I'm copying it back. I'll come here. So now we don't have the title. So I'll come here and add the chart title. Then I'll copy it here and paste it. For all this, I'm hiding it, but before I hide it, I'm removing the blank. So come here, remove the blank, click OK, right click on it and say hide all buttons. Then I'm removing this hero, but if you like, you leave it here. But I'm coming here This legend that we have, I'm making it to be at the bottom because we want it here. I think that what we have here at the bottom. So I'm turning it into this to be at the bottom. So I'll right click, add the data label. I'll also right click and add the data label. And for this, I'm turning it to white the way we have it before. So I'm turning it to white. Sorry, not this white. I'm turning this to white. And also this, I want it to be white. Okay, sorry, but the other one is not white, so it's blank. The other one is blank, is black, so this one should come back to black. Okay, so now this is it for the distribution. Don't worry, I'll change the color and I'll make it into something else. But now let's finish the chart first. So again, the next thing we are going to do is distribution by age. So for this age, all we need is to get the age. So now I'm coming back here. I'm coming back here. Okay. Okay. So I'm coming back here for the age. All we are going to do, let's click here. So I'm coming back to Bboard and okay, here it is. I'm sorry. Okay. So now I'm removing the males. I'm unticking males. I'm unticking females. Then I'm adding age. But for the age, what happened is I'm removing state here also. I'm just bringing the age here because we only want to see the age like this because that's all how the age is going to be. Because we don't have the age. If we say we need the age by state, then it's going to aggregate it for us. So, but for this age, for the state, I think because even if we create this age, we don't have the something that is connected that will connect this age with what we have. So even if we try to create interactive, the age column will not change. It will stop the way it is. It will never change. So that's one thing about it. So seriously, I think we shouldn't use it. But if we want this age, if we want this age, let us use the age per state or per gender. Let us take it by that. But it will just count it for us. But let me just take the age per state. That's the age. It's just something that will not make sense anyway. So let's just ignore it. Please let's continue. Let's ignore the age. We'll not get the age range the way we want it. So let's ignore it. So let's get distribution of gender. Okay, this is we have it here, we have it here. So let's go and create different charts on that. So let me go back to the data. So for the gender, I'm creating another graph, but this time around we are using this one. So yeah, I removed blank already. So let's add all the bottoms, remove this. And for this legend, okay, let's bring the legend to the bottom. Bottom, let's add the data value here and add another data value here. Okay, so let's be like this. So the next thing we're going to do is to get the percentage males and females based on this thing that we have. So what we are going to do is I'm using the same, sorry, I'm using the same table. I'm using the same to get the percentage of males and female because we have the total males here, we have the total females here. So what I'm going to do is I'm coming down here, I'll just say males and I'll say females. I'll just come here. So I'll say total is equals to sum, open bracket. Okay, there is one thing I'm going to do for this. There is one thing I'm going to do. What I'm going to do based on this, I'm removing this grand total. I'm removing this grand total. So I'm removing grand total. I'm removing grand total. The reason is that I want to take this across all this. That's what I want to do. So that why I'm removing it. Or maybe it's okay. I wanted to do something, but it's okay. You don't need to remove it. If you like, you remove it. If you don't like, just leave it. So let's just sum this. That's for the males. I'm summing for the females. So I'm getting the percentage. So let me do it this way also. Okay, before then I want to get the total. So I'm saying sum. So it's going to be this divided by this. Again, this by this. So these are the percentage. Then I'll get the percentage like this. So we use donut chart. So we are using the same. Okay. So that's for the percentage and we already have the trend line. So I think if we like, let's create another chart, one chart to complement that edge distribution that we are not using. So what are we going to get? Let me look at it. Okay, I'm just thinking, what are we going to? Okay, we already get total number of people per state, per whatever. So it's just okay. Okay, okay, let's just leave it like that. But I think we can create another chart. But let me create another graph so that the graph will complement that one that we are removing. Oh, we can just use these ones. It's okay. But let me see the name we put by for this. Okay, what's wrong with this? Okay, it's the same with this one. So let me bring the chat title. Chat title. So now let's change the colors. Let's change the colors and put some colors. So for this, I think today we are going to use, let's use green, white, green. Let's use green, white, green. Okay, let's just use green and black. Okay, I'll just use green and black. Sorry. All this, I'll turn them to white. Okay, so I'm using green and black, so don't mind me. Just came to my mind. I don't know. Did I love the color or not? I don't even know. But let's just use green and black. It's okay. This one should be, which one is the green? Okay, this color is the black. So for this, okay, sorry. No, it's the black. Okay, so I'm using green and black. This one is the green. So what else? Okay, it's this line. So for this one, let's just turn it to green. Okay, it's the outline. I'm sorry. So we have green and black. Okay. So someone was saying, I'm just reading the chat. Someone was saying total respondent by age will be good with trend line. I don't know if you understand how when to use this trend line. Please watch the video we did. I don't know if you understand that really. I don't know. But there is no way this age of respondent you can use trend to show age of respondent. It will never make sense. Never. It will never make sense. It will never make sense. And please, I beg you, don't even try it. Don't even try to show age of respondent. Total respondent by age. I don't. Age, you can only get age. You can only get visualization of age by range. You can only get range. So please watch that and don't even try to make that mistake. Okay. And you're talking about removing grand totals. Grand total has no effect. Whether we remove it or we leave it, it's still there. It has no effect to what we are going to do. So I don't know why you say it's better. I don't know. Maybe you know what I'm going to do, but it's not better to remove it. Just leave it. There's something that I wanted to do, but just realized no, I don't need to. So okay. So yeah, it is. Um. Okay. So now what we are going to do next is okay. Let's start creating the visuals, the dashboard. Don't worry. The rest of the thing will do it. Let's start creating the dashboard. So I'll just create this and call it interactive dashboard. Okay, today I will definitely make it white so we are not using any color for it. I'm removing the grid line. It's just the same this thing. I'm just copying and pasting this. Just copying and pasting it. Let me just increase it a little bit. But I'll change this color to green. Today we will keep using green and black. Green and yeah, so I'll leave it. Green and white is very, very cute. So I'll use this green. So I'll bring all my charts. Yeah. Okay. So, but maybe I'll create something here. So let me put it here. Okay. I want to do it this way. Maybe I have more space. Let me remove this so that we can have more space. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to see how I can arrange everything. Okay, I think this way I'll work with it this way, so it's okay. Let me bring another one, but yeah, today let me put this here. We have few minutes to go, so we'll go and come back. We'll go and come back. So let me reduce this. Okay, let's just go and come back. Let's go and come back. Let's go and come back. We continue. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm leaving it like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm removing the background of this particular chart. So I know I didn't teach you that, but I'll show you how to do that. So just go to this format under this field, just click on no field, and also on that shape you can remove no outline. So you see the chart will looks like this. You see this is how the charts will definitely looks like. So if you want that, you go ahead and do that. If you don't, you leave it. So now I just show you how to do that, because sometimes when you are using the charts or graphs, you need to do that, so that in order for you to reduce some space if you want, or something like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to arrange this, because I want to have it at this side and also have it as the same side here. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do, what I'm going to do. So I'm just creating something so that I'll have it at this side, and I'll also have something similar at this angle. Or I can just leave it like this and increase it here. So now I will start bringing the chart. Don't worry, I just take time to make some to do the arrangements, so that when I bring all these charts, I'll not waste time trying to do it. I already know how to put the arrangements. So now, as you can see, okay, I wanted to stop here. So I'm just putting it on top. Then I delete this. Then I'll increase this. Okay, trying to make it looks okay. So that's for the one, and I'm deleting this one also. So but I'll make it looks uh okay. So I need this. Okay. But I'm removing this, so I'm taking this up. I'm taking it up, but I don't know if it has the same edge with this one. All these, please, I'm just teaching you all this so that when you are doing yours, take your time to make sure you perfect it. Because one thing about this dashboard, as you can see, once you are done with the dashboard, you are done with the dashboard. Unless maybe you want to make some changes. So take your time and finish everything. Make sure you perfect it. So when you are done and you can rest. So it's a one-time development. So to take your time and create it well. So we put all this. So the last one we are going to put is just the line chart. So I'm just bringing this. I'm dropping it here. I'm dropping it here. Okay. 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 So now what we are going to do now is we are going to create let's see. Okay, I want to create some totals on top of here. Let me just create that, something that I did similar to this, similar to this, all this. You know how to do that. I show you how to do it. So let's create something similar on this dashboard also, because yeah, I want us to have that. I want us to have that. Okay, so for the states, what I'm going to do, I'm adding all these text box. I'll call it states. I'll put it here. Okay, I'm duplicating it, but I'm deleting it. So uh, I need to get the total of these participants. So I need to get the total of these participants. So now I'm removing the grant total. I'm removing the grant total because I'm taking the total from here. No need. Let me just take the total from here. So what I'm going to do is, if I like, I can take it from here, but I always want to take it some out of the pivot table. So you can take your total from this grand total. So now if I come here, okay, it's states that we are counting. So let me count the state. Let me say count of state. So count, then I'll click this. So I have it here. Then I have this total participant also here. So I'll come here for the states. I'll come here and put equals to, then I'll click this and press enter. So it will give me the total states. So I can get the same format that we have in that. I can just come here and get the same format so that we will not waste time. We'll just save our time. You see, we have the same format as we have it before. So that's it. So I'll increase the size like this. So we have it here. So for this, I can increase this. Or I can just take this same. Let me bold it. Total number of states. So here I'm removing that outlines because I don't want that shape. So I want it to look like this. I want it to look like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm copying this, then I'll click, I'll just select them. So when you click at the edge, then you hold control and then you click the edge of the second one. So that's how you're going to do it. Then you click Control D. Control D is for duplicate. So not Control D for font style. This one is for duplicate. So I have it here. I'll have it here. I'll have it here. If I want, I'll have another one here. But yeah, let it calm down a little bit. This one also should calm down. This one also. Okay, we get number of same. Then we need total participants. So for this one, I'm deleting this. I'm coming back here and clicking on this to get the total participants. So I'm copying the same format here. Click on it. Yes, and we have the total participants. So now we can get the total males and total females if we want. So let's come here and get our total males and females. Where is the data? So this one we get it by formula. Yeah. So I'm using these males and females. So the same data I'm using. Please take note. Take note, please. This thing that we are doing, you see, I'm taking reference of everything. I'm taking reference, and all what we are doing is connected. So please, you should take note on all this that we are doing, please, so that you will not miss it. Okay, so I'm taking these males and females. I'm taking that. I wanted to showcase something. We have used something today to differentiate it from what we have done last week. So I think I'm creating this. Yeah, I think we are going to do something. So, but let me get the total males and females first. Total males, total females. Okay, I'm just doing all this. So the next thing, that way I don't think we need it. So I don't think we need this. So let me just get rid of it. Let's just get rid of it. What I'm going to do is I'm putting this at the middle. Let me align them. Okay, no, not at the middle, at the center. Okay, so you cannot do it. So let me just leave it like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is for uh this charts or this graph. So I think let's create something with it. Um, First of all, this one is for the male. I think the 53 is for the male. So let's have for the male first. So I'll call this percentage male. I'm removing this. I'm deleting this. For this, I'm removing it. So I'm coming here. I'm saying no pill. And for the outlines already, I will say no fill. So you see, this is what I just did. So I don't have any pill now. So it's just like this. So for the entire chart, I show you how to remove the fill of the chart also. I show you that. And I say I need to show you. So because of this, for the purpose of this that we are going to do, I'm I'm doing this. I'm creating I'm removing the background of the chart. So that's what I'm doing. So sorry, what's wrong? I don't know. It's from my Excel. Uh, the system is tired. I'm sorry. Let me see my my Excel just shut itself down. I don't even know. Oh my God. This is serious. Uh-huh. Sorry, it just shut itself down seriously, and it's because I have auto. It's because I have auto save. We could have we could have lost everything. All what we have been doing, we could have lost it. So I'm sorry for that. Kai. Oh boy. Well, let me save this again. Oh. If not, we'll call it a week. I'm tired. I'm tired, seriously. So let me just save it as version 2. The system is tired. So that way it just reset itself and bring us back to here. Because of auto save, that way we are saved. Okay, so let's click inside this. Then we go to format and also we are removing everything. Because if you change the color, you see, I can change the color of the background color of the chart, but now I want no pill. And also for the outlines, I want no fill. So as far as concerned now, there is no any background under uh, this pie chart as you can see. So this is it, percentage male. I'll put it here. Let me just reduce it a little bit. So we are going to create similar here, but for females. So I'm calling it percentage females. Percentage males. Okay, let me say males, percentage females. So here now also I will double click on this. When you double click on it, then you go to format, no shape. I already select no shape, so that why you need to double click on one so that you select it. Because if you double click on them, you selected them all. When you remove it, will remove them all the way it just showed to us. So now I'll click here and say no fill. Then I'll also click the shape. I want to remove the shape, so I don't want anything. So for this, I'm removing this, and for this also, I'm removing this. So I'm reducing it a little bit. and I want it to be here. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to remove the background of the chart. So come here and remove no fill. Here also, let's remove that. Okay, so this is what we can put outline. Let's put the line for this one also. Let's put it. This line will help us a little bit. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are adding another shape box like this one. So I'm double clicking on this one. I'm bringing it here. I'm bringing it here. But what I'm going to do, I'm removing shadow. I will leave the shadow. I'm removing that shadow. I don't want it. So for the shadow, I don't want the shadow. I just want it to be like this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm removing this equal to that I put. You know, we use that equal to bring the total of states. So I'm removing this. I'm bringing the percentage of males that we have. You can recall that percentage of males. So I'm clicking here. I'm putting the same format here. But I don't want the shape. I'm removing the shape shadow. I'm removing the shadow again. So this is how the percentage will looks like. So I'll remove the outline. That line, I don't need it. So the outline should be gone also. So I want it to be like this. So the only thing I'm going to do is to make the color to be green. So I will create similar here. So I will click on it, double click, Control D, come here and put it here. So for this, I know is KEJ. So if you come back here, you see is KEJ here, Y here is KEK. So I can come here, I just change this to key and press enter. It will give me the percentage of females. I already know that, so that's how I just did it. Okay, so I want us to be passed so that we'll just be done with all this, please. So for this, I'll make it to be black, not green. So let's have it black. So I'll just bring it here like this. Okay. So sorry, this outline I don't need it anymore because I just arranged this. But I think let me use shadow. I think if I love the shadow, I'll put only one color. So let me put it all the angles. Let me put it for this one also. Okay, so now each of them I'll put the same shadow for them. So let me just highlight everything. I'll put the same shadow. Sorry, I forgot I cannot select them all. So I want to use the same shadow on all the ones we have. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can leave it like this. And also I'm increasing this. Please, are we all together? If we are not together, let me know, please. I believe you are, or we are all together and you are learning something. No matter how little, I believe you are learning something. So please stay with me. I want all this to be black. Or let's use green because I love that green color. Okay. So now what we are going to do is to create the interactiveness. That's what we are going to do now. So it's for us to create the interactiveness. So let's go back to our pivot table. Don't forget the normal pivot table that we have is this one. So let's come to this pivot table. Let's go to this and I'm going to add the fields. So these are the fields that we have. So the first thing is for you to right click on each. So I'll first right click on month. Then you click on add slicer. That means we are adding slicer for the month. Just do that and come back again. Click on it again. Sorry. Click on states, add slicer. Click uh on what? I think that's the only two slices that we can get. That's it. Month and also this. That's all what we can get. That's all what we can get. So let me see the data. So I think that's all. That's all what we can get. That's all what we can get. Okay. So now what we are going to do is copy this, cut them, and bring them to this interactive dashboard. Bring them here. Okay. So we have month and we also have states. We have the month and we have the states. So what I'm going to do is for the month, I'm doing this. You can come to this slicer if you want to rearrange all this because I'm seriously stopping here, but I'm just trying to show you how to arrange all this and we stop there. Okay, if you like, you can put the states, the month here, or maybe you click on this, come to slicer. Maybe I want it to be in columns. I want to create more columns on the month. So I can come here under columns. I can say 4. Press enter. You see, we have 4 columns per each of the month. So I can say 3. So we are going to have 3 per each of the month. So what we are going to do, I think we are shifting this. Let's shift this since we have space there. So let's shift them. So we have only 10 minutes to go again. So we are definitely stopping before the expiration of that 10 minutes. So let's shift this to here. So here I'll increase this. So for this slicer, I'll add it to, let me make it 5. Yeah, 5 is okay. So I'll make it 5. So if you want to come down, you just scroll and see the rest. So these are the months that we have. Yeah. Yeah, for this slicer also, you can come and change the color if you want. Just select another one. You see, I changed the color here. So you can come here also. You can change any color. There are many colors. So you can change any color. So, but I think, okay, let's see this dark one. So let's use this dark one. I think it's even more uh relevant to the one. You can also design this if you want. You can go ahead and design your slicer the way you want it to be. There is a way you can do that, but seriously, time will not permit us to do that. So the next thing is for you to connect all these slices. Please right click on each of them. When you right click on them, go to report connection. So when you click report connection, make sure any pivot table that you see here, you tick it. Please tick everything. Tick everything. Just scroll down. Let me increase this. You see, just tick everything and click on OK. Come to this second slicer, right click on it, click here, then you tick on it. You see, you tick everything and then you click OK. So now all these slices are connected. All these slices now, they are connected. They are connected. So now what we are going to do to see whether it works or not is for us to start select something from the slicer. That means we need to filter something based on the slicer that we have. So let me call this interactive dashboard. Okay, so what we are going to do is um let's select, we want to see for the Anambra state alone. So just click on Anambra. Just come to this and click on Anambra. So you see everything changed from our chart. You see everything changed and show only Anambra data for us. Only Anambra data. That what is just for us. But sorry, let me check something. Okay, it's just for this percentage since we use, sorry. Okay, this percentage as you can see is 100%. So I have to reduce, if I reduce the size, you will definitely see 100%. You see, so that why is because it's too much. That why you see 10. So I thought it didn't work. So that would just give me something that I think it didn't work, but it did work. It's because it's 100% and the size is bigger than the space we provided for it, and that why it shows this. But let me see if we can decrease it a little bit so that we'll not think it didn't work. It definitely works. Okay, 100. Can I? No, we need to reduce it definitely. So let me reduce it a little bit. Yeah. So you see, it shows 100%. So let's go to equity. You see, equity shows us this, but this one, why are we having this? So let me reduce it and see also. You see, even Ikete, we have 50, but I thought it didn't. Okay, so you see, there's the data for Ikete state. If we select Gombe, we have this Imo, we have this Kanu, we have this Katsina, we have this. You see, everything is changing. So everything is connected is because that why when you click on it, it will show you everything. Everything is connected. So this is what it all about. So if you want to bring it back, just click on this. It will reset everything back to where it is. So the next thing is for the month. So I can select Anambra and select the month that I want for Anambra. But for the purpose of this, since the data is not that much, that big data, is because it's we have only one month by each state. Is only one month I think by each state. So definitely if we select a state, it will automatically select 1 month. Now, if I select this month, it will definitely give us one state. If I select this month, it will definitely give us one state, and that's what it means. So that way we are not going to interact with the month the way it's supposed to. But for the state, you see how we just interact with it, and that's how it is. So now you can select multiple. If I select here, if I tick here, I can select multiple because I can select Anambra, Ekiti, you see, you can deselect any one that you want. You can go ahead and do that. But if I deselect it, now I can only select one, one, one. You see the way it is. I can go ahead and keep selecting only one, one, one. Okay. So this is it. And to me, this is exactly where we are going to stop This is where we are going to stop. So if you have any question, you ask. If you don't, we call it a T. We only have 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. So I'll put the videos for you. You go ahead and watch and you learn something. So next week's years, I think we are starting our Power BI next week. Hopefully, that's what we are going to start next week. So you work on this because we are finishing this. Someone say we have not received RW. I don't know what you mean by RW. No, you are not in the group. That why you didn't see it. You are not in the group. I shared that link with you immediately. You are not in the group. The video of last week is available. Just go and watch, go and check. You deleted the pivot table and the chat did not. I don't know which pivot table you are discussing about. I don't know. Is it the one we just did now? Is it the one we just did now? If it is the one we just did now, if you delete any of this pivot table, not the main one, any of this one that we just created, it will affect everything. Because now, okay, we have this one. For example, now, if I deleted it, it will affect everything. Let's come back to our chart. You see, it affects everything. Look at males and females. It's showing arrow. So once you remove it, it affects everything there. And another thing, if assuming I change whatever I change, okay, we only have 1 minute. Whatever I change in this data, for example, now I came to this casino and I add 3,000. For example, here I add 200. Here I add like this. So if I want to update this, all what I need to is to come to the data. Just come to data. Sorry. Just come to data and click on refresh all. You see, automatically the data has changed because I updated the main data, and when I click refresh all, it refresh everything. Everything now has changed. So please, there are things, a lot of things you can do with all this interactive dashboard, but let's stop here and continue. I don't know this question that you were asking, what's your name?